national broadband network.
Give the call to the member for Laylaw.
I move the motion relating to the National Broadband Network in the terms in which it appears on the notice paper.
The member for Laylaw has the call.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Well, Deputy Speaker, it is 2 years on from the 2013 election, when the member for Warringah was elected Prime Minister and the member for Wentworth became the Minister for Communications. Deputy Speaker, they promised that they would build the National Broadband Network. Their promise now lies in tatters. They promised they would build it for $29.5 billion. That is now blown out to almost double the cost at $56 billion, Deputy Speaker. They promised the NBN would be rolled out to all homes and businesses within 3 years, by the end of 2016. That has now more than doubled to 7 years by the end of 2020, Deputy Speaker. The Australian people deserve the National Broadband Network, Deputy Speaker. We are currently in a situation, due to a lack of effort, a lack of organisation, a lack of foresight and a lack of commitment. We are in a situation where, in my electorate of Lalor, people are living in what is now a digital divide. A digital divide where some have the NBN, where some have cable, where some have ADSL1 and some have ADSL2. Those using ADSL, Deputy Speaker, are not shy in coming forward to say that their service is not good enough, that it is not keeping up, that people running businesses, that families trying to get ahead with their children are being limited. Their productivity is being limited by limited access to a national broadband network, Deputy Speaker. And the people of Lalor deserve so much better. We are a resilient community. We're a community that is collaborative, that is working together to overcome the challenges that we confront. Some of those challenges around employment. I met on Friday morning, Deputy Speaker, with BizBuddy Hub, a collection of small and micro business operators who have banded together to find a space to work, to find a space where they can collaborate and create jobs, to find a space where they can work locally, inside their community, where they can have their children with them if they need to. But most importantly, Deputy Speaker, they are desperately trying to find a home where they can access fast broadband, because it is imperative for their businesses that they do. So I move this motion, Deputy Speaker, to say clearly that this is not good enough, that a digital divide is not what we need in our community, that our productivity depends on us having the best. Deputy Speaker, there have been no new areas in the electorate of Lalor added to the NBN rollout maps since the election in 2013. In fact, there have been parts of Lalor taken off the future maps. And it is incredibly unfair, Deputy Speaker, that now people are going to be waiting, possibly for 5 years, to even know when the NBN will be coming. And I've covered those with slow access to the internet, Deputy Speaker, but there are those in greenfields with no access who are relying on very expensive wireless internet. The pits are being dug, but Telstra are not laying the not connecting because they're waiting for the NBN to be rolled out, Deputy Speaker, and this is incredibly unfair. There are many in the electorate who have contacted me, many in recent weeks who have contacted me to say, we've looked at the maps. Joanne, can you tell us when we will get the NBN in our area? From different parts of the electorate, the questions come thick and fast. And people are aware, Deputy Speaker, they're aware that this is an unfair situation. They are aware that they are being put at a disadvantage. And recently in the electorate, I've had contact from many people who are actually lucky enough to be having the NBN rolled out. But again, it is fraught with difficulties. People losing days at work as they book and rebook to have the connections done, because the NBN arrives, connects, then their provider arrives and says, no, it's not working, we start the process again. Many in the electorate are contacting me to complain about the effectiveness of the NBN rollout. So we have people without the internet, people with slow speeds, People who are lucky enough to be getting the NBN but losing productivity. Deputy Speaker, this really is not good enough from this government, and we really need to hold them to account.